Hey everyone, I'm back again for the second video. This one's going to be all about the contouring. There was a discussion this week between me and some of the other beauty guides about contouring, and I said maybe I should do a contouring video for my channel, and they were like yes, so here it is. So contouring is a bit mystifying to some people, and I have to admit, when I first started doing makeup, I was really bad at it. Not until I kind of got the concept of it, if that makes sense. Basically, what you're trying to do when you're contouring is to make your face appear more oval, because oval's deemed to be like the perfectly symmetrical face shape. So if you're trying to make your face look more oval, you're trying to disguise some bits and highlight other bits, if that makes sense. Please feel free to drop me a question or anything else in the comments if there's something else you want me to explain or do, or you want some clarification for something. So as you can see, I've done my foundation. That's it, because usually straight away after I do my foundation, I start contouring. Now I have a heart-shaped face. I have like a little peak there. Then I have some width across here. Again, it's a little bit wide just here. And then it narrows towards my chin. So to make that appear more oval, we've already got like that shape from here down. But up here, we've got a lot of width that we want to kind of slim and like draw into the middle. It's kind of a bit like an optical illusion, if that makes sense. We want to concentrate most of the detail in the middle of the face so that this part here narrows into the middle, so that it looks like that width has been brought in almost. So where I'm going to put my contour lines will be the things that I'm trying to disguise. So I'm trying to narrow the width here and here, but under here we don't want to add any more structure, so we just want to soften that jawline a little bit, if that makes sense. So ideally, contour should be at least 1 to 2 shades darker than what your foundation color is. Today I'm going to be using a powder contour. Usually I use a cream contour because I have dry skin, but just for the purposes of the video today, I thought I'd use powder because it's kind of a little bit easier to see. Now I usually apply my contour with a brush like this. Let's see if this brush has a name. Okay, it's called a Kabuki cream contour brush. Now what they mean by Kabuki is flat on the top and synthetic bristles, because your synthetic bristles are not going to absorb the product, and your flat plane on the brush gives you that chiseling, like straight plane effect, if that makes sense. So I'm just like dabbing into my contour powder. Now with cheekbones, it's different for everyone. I'm not going to take mine down too far because I just want to draw the eye into the middle a little bit. Obviously, if you had a very wide face like a round or a square face shape, you would want to take it down further to narrow that width. Also, I have very angular cheekbones, so I don't want to create too much structure there. What a good kind of cheats guide is if you suck in your cheeks, there's like a small depression where the cheekbone begins. So I usually like to start at that small depression there and take it to the top of my ear, because we always want to apply things in an upward way, because that makes everything look fresher and more lifted. So I'm just going to suck in my cheeks again, and I'm not going to be able to explain what I'm doing while I do that. So I'll just lean quite close so that you can actually see what I'm doing. So I've just created that line there, which when I go front on, you can see that it kind of draws into the middle there. Yep. So we're just going to pop the other side on too. You can actually just see the depression much better on that side because the light's hitting that side of my face. So see how I've started it right there where that depression is? Okay, so that's where we've contoured our cheekbone. I'm going to start on my jawline now. So again, I'm just pressing into the powder. Now, as you can see, I have quite an angulation there. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to start below my ear and almost like chop off that square corner there. And then when I get to my jawline, I'm just going to go underneath to soften. So I just start right under that ear there, and I just take it diagonally down until I hit my jawline, and then I just soften underneath there across to the chin in the middle. So again, just pressing into my powder and starting below my ear, chopping off that corner because we want to add softness and not structure. So that's the jawline contoured, and you can already see that shape starting to appear. Now, I'm going to start here where we've got that little peak there. I'm just going to pop like a little straight piece in there. Sorry, I've had a sore throat, so I'm still clearing my throat a little bit. And then I'm just going to continue down to chop off that wide square corner there. And I just usually do it to about the middle or the end of my eyebrow. So again, just meeting up with that middle part and just going down till we meet the eyebrow. Now, nose contouring is a lot different because it depends on your nose itself. I have quite a bulbous nose on the end. Well, I think that I do. So I usually contour underneath here just to minimize the width of the tip of my nose. And then I usually just follow like the nasal bone here to the inner corner of my eyebrow, and I just run it down. Now, obviously, depending on your nose shape and any imperfections that you may want to disguise, your contouring would be different. So basically, that's the pattern of my contouring for a heart-shaped face. Just as an added example, if you had a square face, you would want to be chopping off corners here and here, and also bringing those cheekbones in a bit to minimize the width of the face. I usually blend in my contour with bronzer. That's just what I like to do. And Also, your blush placement depends on your face shape as well. Because my heart-shaped face, I'm wanting to draw the attention into the center of my face. I'm going to concentrate my blush in this area here in the middle of my face and then blend upwards. Obviously, if you had, again, the square face, if you're wanting to draw in and narrow, obviously you're going to be concentrating it here as well. But as a general rule, I usually place blush above the contour and then highlight above that. Okay, so I've got a bronzer here and I've just got like an angled soft blending brush. It's a face brush. So I just dab into the bronzer because I don't want to add too much. Well, let's just put it this way. I don't want to look like I've just gotten a fake tan. And I'm tapping off the excess powder because I don't want to load too much product, but I just want to blend. So I'm going to do a circular motion in an upwards direction towards my ear. And I'm just blending through that contour that I've added, and then I'm just going to pull the product up so everything looks lifted. So that's that there. Obviously later on I'm going to go in with blush and color corrector for my under eye area and lightening concealer and all those other things, but for the purposes of this video it's all about the contour. You can also just give it a little brush like that just to soften any harsh edges that you see there, because we want everything to look soft and lifted and like in that oval shape. If we've got like a straight line there, we're creating structure, and that's what we don't want to do right now. Like obviously on other face shapes, yes, we would want to create structure, but it's all about your face shape. So again, I'm just circling the brush over the contour that's been placed there, and then I'm just brushing up. I never get this side quite as good as the other one. I don't know whether it's that I have to reach across my body, but you know what? We're just gonna do our best. And there we go. Now, you can't really even distinctly see it, but that's good blending. You know what I mean? Now, again, we're just circling over the placed contour, and then I just like to go back over and blur it a little bit in the opposite direction. So if you've gone round this way, then I'm blurring back this way. And I often find too that when you're placing your bronzer underneath the jawline there, it kind of helps to blur your foundation into your neck as well. Now, this one I'm just going across because I've got that little line there that I've placed near the peak. So I'm just going to actually brush it back towards my hairline this time. Being careful not to ruin my eyeshadow, of course, because if I do that, I will cry. And then I'm just kind of drawing it out. You're kind of like blending from the middle of your face out. So just drawing back towards my hairline and down, and then we're just dusting off. And I'm just kind of running around like this because I just want to keep that rounded shape. Okay, so that's the forehead contouring done. Now I'm just going to fluff the bronzer across the tip of my nose. I don't want to get too much up here because then that's going to end up looking highlighted, and I'm trying to disguise that, so it's kind of defeating the point of what I'm doing. And now I'm just running the bronzer down actually the side of my nose, not on the top, just on the side, and kind of up into this eye area here. And again, down the side of my nose and up into this eyebrow area here. So that's contouring. Any questions, any comments, just drop them down below. As I said, I'll be adding blush and all sorts of other things later on. But as I've said, if there's something else you would like to see, then just let me know. Other than that, I'll see you next time in the next eyeshadow video. As I said in the previous video, the first person that comments a number between 1 and 7 will choose the look for the next video. Okay guys, that's it from me today. I'll catch you later.